just take a deep breath in with me. Know that everything is in divine order.
Angelia and Amanda, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Well, good morning, everyone. We've gotten through Christmas. I hope everyone had a wonderful family or friend-filled Christmas. And on to New Year's. Today will be our burning bowl and the 12 powers with Reverend Mo. So glad to have her back. So, my name is Sherry, for any of you that do not know me, and we recognize each one of you as wise, loving, powerful, spiritual beings. And we thank you for sharing your radiant presence with us here in the sanctuary or out there on Facebook. You know we love having you here. Behind me is the Christ candle. We light that to remind us that the Christ is within us, not out here, not up there, but within us. The prayer box is in the foyer area of the church, and you know that your prayer request is very private. We do not read it, so whether you put anything on the paper for just your energy or your expectation, it's prayed over for 30 days. Then, of course, we send it to Silent Unity. They pray over it for another 30 days. If you don't wish to use the prayer box, you can always call Silent Unity. Their number is in the foyer. It's easy to find on the internet. But Silent Unity is 816-969-2000. Please make sure that your cell phones or anything else that you may have that rings or dings or plays music, please turn it on. And so that it will not interfere with our very special service today. Is there anybody out there that this is the first time that it's nice to have you all here? There's not. So please, let's extend a warm welcome to each one of us, the family of Unity of Midtown. We love you, we bless you, and we see the Christ in you. It's okay, yeah, go right ahead. I know, I loved it when we did it 3 times, I really did. So let's stand and greet each other. When the music stops, please return to your seat.
But we're just still going.
Nice to see you.
Nice to be seen.
So you're not gonna be here.
All right, man.
All right, it's time to come on back. Let's return to our seats.
So nice to see all these loving family faces. Our family, the ones we created. Our year's theme for 2025 is Unity of Midtown is more
As we thrive in 2025.
It's the last time I think we'll be saying that here. 2025.
That's your seat.
So now if we could affirm Unity of Midtown's belief statements. Number 1. We
Affirm each person is a spiritual being and a divine expression of God. We affirm the daily practice of affirmative prayer and meditation. We affirm the power of positive thoughts. We affirm a prosperous life
daily word is a sacred unity devotional that inspires us to express our spiritual nature. We ask that you center within, listen deeply, and share today's message. And today it will be read by Deidre Lyons. Thank you, Deidre.
Good morning. Today is Sunday, December 28th, 2025. The theme is blessings. Blessings come into my life in the most unexpected ways. I am blessed to live each day in the presence of God. As I turn within and quiet my thoughts, I open to God within. Grounded in this presence of wisdom, love, and peace, I feel connected with the divinity of all beings. In this awareness, I become newly aware of expressions of God everywhere. I feel blessed to behold nature's beauty, perhaps snow glistening in moonlight, or the sun warming the earth, and birds soaring across the horizon. I find joy in smiling faces. I hear the laughter of friends sharing simple pleasures. I enjoy the beauty of holiday decorations hung with care and appreciate the sacredness they represent. Acts of selfless service show me God's love in action. I am grateful for these blessings and for my infinite unfolding good. And the scripture is from Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed are those who trust in the Lord, whose trust is the Lord.
This morning's service is broken down into 3 parts today.
We're going to begin the burning bowl part, and when that's concluded, we will then begin the 12 power lighting of the 12 disciple candles, and then we'll conclude the service by having a letter to God opportunity. So we'll begin the burning bowl process. So in the burning bowl, you're going to actually determine something that you want to let go of. Who doesn't want to let go of that stuff, right? So the way that that's going to work is, you've been given a piece of paper, and so what I'm going to ask you to do is, it's a
Did
soft
everyone-
piece of paper.
Did everyone receive one?
Does everybody have one? If not, just raise your hand so we can get one in your hand. Good. This is what they call water soluble paper, which means that if you put it in your mouth, it's going to disappear. So don't do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask that you write 3 things, list 3 things. Now this is not an opportunity for you to journal, because we don't want to reignite the energy around a negative thought, right? That's not the point. The point is to bring it to the surface and then know that we can release and let it go. Does that make sense? So what I'm asking you to do, if you'd be so kind, is to name/list 3 things that you have negative energy for on something that happened in 2025. Now, if your wisdom faculty sparks and says, oh, I remember that when I was 12, write it down. You know, because we're not limited to what we want to release and let go of, but we want to take the opportunity to release and let the negative energy go. And when this process is complete, we will all come up and we will put our piece of paper in this wonderful bowl in the front here that has water in it, that's going to make that dissolve as we release it. So it's very symbolic, but it's also sensory nature, because you're going to physically write it down, which involves the feeling nature, the seeing nature, the hearing nature. There's all those aspects of it. So I invite you now to gently close your eyes if you're comfortable, or if you already know those 3 things you want to let go, just name them on this piece of paper. And of course, if you're inclined to do more than 3, please follow that inner wisdom within you that says, these are the things I want to let go of. And when we let them go, that means we don't get to bring them back up. So when you leave today and somebody says, well, what did you put down on the release? Your answer is, I don't know. Because you let it go. Okay? So this is the process where our mind gets to just let that negative energy float away. And in this case, water it away. So let's do that. List 3 things and put those on those pieces of paper. And when you're done, just lift your head up and then I can look around the room and know that. Otherwise, keep your head down if you're still in the process of writing. Take your time, but be diligent. Is there anybody who would like more time? If so, just raise your hand and we'll honor that. Awesome. So I invite you now, starting in the back, to just come up. You know, no easy procession of it, and just simply walk up. And I'd like you to put your piece of paper in that bowl of water. You can make it full, you can fold it, doesn't matter, whatever works for you. And keep on coming.
Yes, I'm only here for God.
So let us affirm. So let us affirm together in one resounding voice. I affirm, I release, and I let go. I release and I let go. One more time. I release and I let go. And so it is. Amen. Let us gently, we were going to go outside, but we don't have to. Isn't that cold? It's awesome. Charles Fillmore developed the 12 powers of man by looking at the ideas and the archetypes represented by each of the disciples. So we're all familiar with the 12 disciples. Some of us can even rattle off who they are, right? So today's exercise is to dive a little slightly deeper into each of those 12 disciples. The 12 Powers of Man, which is an excellent book, by the way, if you ever want to know really a lot more about these disciples. The 12 Powers of Man are inherent spiritual faculties. They're abilities that comprise our divine nature. By affirming their presence in our lives and calling them into expression, we develop them into realized powers within us. The ultimate goal of a heart-centered metaphysician, by the way, you're all metaphysicians. So if somebody ever asks you, I'm a metaphysician, and then they'll dive into what does that mean, and you get to enlighten them about how wonderful unity is. The ultimate goal of a heart-centered metaphysician is to exercise and generate these facilities from the awareness of oneness. In doing so, our own Christ nature may be realized. Each power will be described as it exists within consciousness as well as within the body. These 12 powers work together in the process of regenerative as we develop the Christ consciousness. That's our objective as human beings, is to strengthen and enhance our ability to have the Christ consciousness come alive within us. These 12 powers work together in the process of regeneration as we develop the Christ consciousness. Regeneration is the process by which we reestablish the awareness of the truth, our true identity, our Christ consciousness. As we move into the presentation of the 12 powers this morning, we have 3 people sharing the truths we've learned this year. Every month, one of the 12 powers was presented. They are physical representations of each disciple, and I invite you, when they light their power candle, to go inward and envision lighting your own internal candle, sparking the activation of each power in your life. And so now we'll just enjoy for a moment.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Faith. Faith is a deep inner knowing that what we are seeking is already ours as we believe. Faith is believing in the unseen. When we believe, we see. Faith is blue, and its power center in the body is located in the center of the brain. It is honored in January. The blue candle, please.
Strength is physical, mental, and spiritual. Strength comes from God, who lives in us, through us, and as us. Our words, our thoughts, and actions express our beliefs and the strength to manifest God's will in our lives now. The disciple is Andrew, who represents the stability that lies at the foundation of every true character. The color of strength is green, and the power center of the body is the lower back. It is acknowledged in February. And our affirmation for strength is,
as a divine expression of God, I have the strength within me to manifest my dreams and goals now. I am strong.
Wisdom is the deep inner knowing that transcends the intellect. It is spiritual understanding, which includes judgment, discernment, intuition, and all forms of knowledge, blending from the head and the heart and applying it to our daily lives. Wisdom is knowing our oneness with God. The disciple is James, son of Zebedee, who represents judgment in individual consciousness. The color is yellow, and its power center in the body is the pit of the stomach. It is honored in March. As we light the yellow candle of wisdom, we say the affirmation together. The wisdom of the divine spirit within me allows me to discern, evaluate, and make wise choices to achieve my goals and dreams now. I am wise.
Now. Yes, ma'am.
You are the face of God. I want you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of love. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Don't you just love how the first three powers are really the foundation needed to live? Faith, strength, and wisdom. When you use the spiritual practices available to you, journaling, meditating, affirmations and prayers, etc., and apply them to those powers specifically, a good solid base is formed upon which you actively now get to form the rest of your building blocks going into the next group, which is inherently creative.
Love. Love is a spiritual quality that lives in us and only sees good in everybody and everything. Agape, God. Love is unconditional and holds the highest and best for all of life. Love is the ability to attract, desire, and unify, creating peace and harmony. The disciple John, who represents unconditional acceptance and forgiveness. The color is pink, and its power center is in the heart. It is acknowledged in April. Like the pink candle, please. Our affirmation of love.
As a divine spiritual being, living as a human being on planet Earth, love flows through me, in me, as me, and I choose to be love in action on the earth now. I am love in action.
Perfect.
The next power is power. Power is our natural, innate ability to manage our thoughts and feelings. It is the ability of our self-mastering and awareness of the Christ within each, which gives us the power and the ability to live a wholesome, joyful, and free life now. The disciple is Philip, who represents power over our thoughts and our feelings. The color is purple, and it is power centered. Its power center is the throat. It is honored in May. Our affirmation for power is
God's divine power is within me, and I use this divine power to create an abundant and prosperous world now. I am powerful.
Imagination. It's the ability to see the unseen and bring the unseen into manifestation. We see and form the ideas in our mind, and through our actions bring them to life. Everything produced starts in the mind. Imagination is the ability to conceptualize and envision a better and different future. The disciple is Bartholomew, who represents positive thoughts held in mind. The color is light blue, and the power center in the body is the third eye, located between the eyes. It's acknowledged in June. And together, let's say our affirmation for imagination.
One of my many gifts with God is the ability to imagine. If I can imagine, I can create it. I imagine a world where love, compassion, and kindness are present in all my interactions. I am love, compassion, and kindness in action.
understanding. Spiritual understanding is our ability to see beyond human understanding, to know that God is good and present in everyone and everything. With spiritual understanding, we realize our thoughts create our world. The disciple is Thomas, who represents the ability to see beyond appearances to reality. The color is gold, and the power center is the front of the brain. It is honored in July. Divine understanding
enables me to move through life expressing and embodying love and wisdom. Through understanding, I remember my oneness with God, creating allow myself to be a force of good in our world.
Next power is will. Will is the controlling power of the mind, determining our actions, our thoughts, and the action determines how we experience life. When we decide to trust God and allow God's will to dominate our thoughts and actions, we become aligned with our greatness, or with our greatest good, The disciple is Matthew, who represents the decision-making part of the brain. The color is silver, and the power center is in the center of the brain. It's acknowledged in August. And our affirmation for will is,
I enter into an awareness of God's presence here and now, in me and as me. I prayerfully surrender self-serving will and tendencies. I accept that divine power is my truest source, sustaining me, guiding me, clear understanding of willingness to serve for the greater good of all is revealed, and I am one with the will that causes all to flourish.
Divine order. It's the alignment of the universal harmony in our lives and affairs. It is the intelligence of the universe expressing through each of us. When our thoughts and actions are in harmony with God's will for good, we live our best lives now. The disciple is James, son of Alphaeus, who represents the harmony and balance available through centering our awareness. The color is olive green, and the power center is the navel. It is honored in September. And our affirmation for divine order is, divine awareness reveals divine order is established in my very beingness. I am established in divine order as my power to flourish life in every decision. I affirm divine order, restoring full health to this planet and all creatures upon it.
less of me. Let there be more of thee. Less of the human, more of the divine. Less that belongs to me, more that is thine. More of God's nature, and less that is mine. Order and harmony now are in place. Where there is harmony, discord will cease. Where there is harmony, there will be peace. Not personality, individuality, more of the Christ self shining through me. Teach me humility, let me your servant be. Give me serenity, selfless and free. Order and harmony now are in place. Where there is harmony, discord will cease. Where there is harmony, there will be peace. Let there be less of me. Let there be more of thee. Less of the human, more of the divine.
Charles Fillmore wrote in The Revealing Word about the number 12 that metaphysically 12 always refers to spiritual fulfillment, to command our powers and to bring them into unity of action. We must know that what they are and their respective places on the staff of being. The Christ has 12 powers of fundamental ideas, represented in the history of Jesus by the 12 apostles. So each of us has 12 faculties of fundamental ideas to make manifest, to bring out, and to use in the attainment of the ideas. There are innumerable other ideas, but each one stems from one of these fundamental ideas.
Zeal. Zeal is the power within us that energizes us to move forward, regardless of circumstances. Zeal mated with understanding bring forth the will to do what we are called to be and do. Zeal is the affirmative impulse of existence, the inner flame that burns brightly for all to see. It commands us to go forward, be the light of God. The disciple is Simon, the Canaanite, who represents motivation and a desire to accomplish great things. The color is orange, and the power center is in the back of the head. It is acknowledged in October affirmation for zeal.
Christ's awareness of my oneness with God reveals my zeal to live, be, and do. In each and every day, I am empowered to do that which is mine to do, to care for creation.
The 11th power is release and elimination. Release and elimination is letting go of old thoughts in order that new thoughts can find place in consciousness. A healthy state of mind is obtained when the thinker willingly lets go of the old thoughts and takes on new. The disciple is Thaddeus, who represents the expulsion of negative thinking. The color is russet, and the power center is the abdomen region. It is honored in November. Our affirmation for release is, I am a powerful spiritual being whose divine inheritance is freedom, and so I lovingly release all baggage, limiting beliefs, and old wounds, and open fully to life, love, and joy.
And following the 11th power of release is the 12th of life. Life comes from the divine, spiritual source that is God in us. Life is the source of energy that flows in us as our God awareness. Jesus came that we may have life and have it abundantly. The disciple is Judas, who represents the cleansing of selfishness, allowing the life force to flow. The color is red, and the power center is located in the reproductive organs. It is acknowledged in December. And together, our affirmation for life is, divine life flows through me, animating me as I have taken my place in the world. Through the power of my spiritual gifts, I bless the world with my unique talents and abilities, sharing the gift of my life.
And so it is, and so it is appropriate to know that this being the last Sunday of the year, that we've encompassed all 12 of these disciples, one each month, and we will do it again. We will do it every year because those 12 spiritual faculties are ours with which to grow and enhance our spiritual connection with God and the universe. And so there it is. Our third phase of today's service is the letter to God. So I want to confirm that you've all got something to write with, and that you have the
Piece of paper, and there's a few outlines on it. Looks like this. Everybody got one? If not, raise your hand.
Okay, cool. So we're going to write again, and we've left you with a thought. You know, a chance to write to God. You know, imagine that God is your best friend. Imagine God is your best friend, and you're connecting with God, and you want to write them a letter. And you go, gosh, God, the one thing I would change if I trusted you more would be what? And that's the letter you're going to write. That's the question, and that's the letter. And of course, you can write as many things as you want. Doesn't have to be just one, but typically, if you hang in there and handle 4, and 4 is the beginning of the completion process. It's part of the unfolding. So you can talk about the one thing I would change if I trusted God more, maybe in my primary relationship. What would that look like? Maybe in my social life, if I trusted God more in my playtime. We do all play, right? however that's defined, and then of course our family life. And by no means are you boxed into this. Whatever your inner intuitive nature is bringing forth, how would your life be different? What would be changed if you trusted God more? So share that on your piece of paper. And again, when you're done, I'm going to give you some time for this, because this is not, because when we think of energy, it just flows. We know that negative energy, and boom, those ideas came. But when it comes to this, it's a little bit more intellectual, but remember to keep your heart and your mind open to the unlimited possibilities with God. The one thing I would change if I trusted God more, and jot that down. And when you're done, just raise your head back up.
Does anyone need a sheet?
Yes, that's it. Miss Gage, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it, Miss Gage.
you just a few more minutes. You've each been given an envelope, so you're at choice point. You can fold the piece of paper and put it in the envelope and take it home with you, or you can address it to yourself and leave it in the love offering basket on your way out, and it will be lovingly mailed to you later this year, so you get to look at it and go, oh, that's what I said on December 28th, and get to realize where you are with your letter to God. So your choice point, address the envelope to yourself. That would be your full name. Please make it legible so the mail clerk can get it to you. And we'll give it to the office, and they'll mail it back out to you sometime in late June, early July. If you haven't finished, it's perfectly okay to take it home and finish it, and then you can bring it back next week to have it mailed out, or you can hang on to it and make a note in your calendar for, July 1st to find that letter, whatever works for you.
What a wonderful triple ceremony this was. I want to thank you, Reverend Mo. We're so grateful to have you with us again, always. Amanda and Evangelia, what a beautiful, beautiful job you've done. And I've been told that Amanda and Reverend Virginia Walsh put this together and
That was
shared
last week.
with us.
Reverend Walsh was last week.
You designed this one?
This was Linda last year.
Okay. Amanda and Linda put this one together. Mine too. Reverend Virginia Walsh created our last week's Christmas ceremony, so we just want to recognize her also when she helps us with these things. So let's take a deep breath in and